Live breaking news, Nez Nation. Cash Money G, Fani Willis has to testify. She just got denied in a brand new order in Atlanta, denying. I mean, she's tried everything imaginable. She's tried everything in her power to not testify. Miss, I'm for the people, Miss Transparent. She has done literally everything in this within the scope and probably outside of the scope of the law to not have to spill the beans on all of her nefarious, unruly prosecutorial misconduct and beyond. And this is huge. I also have, wow, like a Wild West post from Senator Greg Dolezal. I hope I'm saying that right, from Georgia. If you're from Atlanta, Georgia, this is huge news. We've been following this case forever. I mean, we've been waiting for justice on Fani. I can't even tell you. I mean, I feel like, I'm turning into Gwildor, the wizard, waiting this long. But to hear that she now must testify before the Georgia State Committee led by Bill Cowsert, this is official. So I'm going to share what Senator Greg Dolezal, if I'm saying that right, posted on X, which is like out of a Doc Holliday movie. But first, let's look at this order real fast. So this is the order that is denying the motion to dismiss and or quash. You can see Honorable. She always puts Honorable in front of her name. Fani T. Willis versus Bill Cowsert, the chair of the Georgia Senate Special Committees of Investigations. And this order denying motion to dismiss and or quash application to enforce witness subpoena and subpoena Deuces Tectum of Senate Special Committee on Investigations. Now, just a quick kind of recap. Remember, the Georgia State Senate Committee was investigating Fani Willis's, hasty rush to bring an indictment against President Trump. And then when Ashley Merchant released Terrence Bradley's text messages and essentially saying that she lied under oath about her relationship with Nathan Wade, she lied about forfeiture funds, she lied about taxpayer dollars going towards vacations, hiring a special prosecutor, paying Nathan American Pie Wade almost $1 million to prosecute, which actually this was the first time in the history of Fulton County that there was ever a special, quote unquote, prosecutor appointed. So she's done everything wrong and then some, which is why she got disqualified from the Georgia interference case. And she's now appealing that right now. Under the governor of Georgia's dictation, Bill Cowsert, Senator Bill Cowsert, as well as the special committee for the Georgia State Senate, was essentially issued authority to investigate this even further and investigate prosecutorial misconduct. And he subpoenaed her many times before. Remember, Amanda Timpson was subpoenaed. She went there. We had Amanda Timpson, the whistleblower, on our show. Ashley Merchant was subpoenaed. She went and testified. The commission, the county commission board was subpoenaed. They went and testified. But everybody and all except Fani T. Willis. Oh, I'm sorry. The Honorable Fani T. Willis. Yeah, Honorable Mike. Okay. This is only 2 pages. This matter is before the court on petitioner's motion to dismiss and quash application. You have to ask the question, why are you trying so hard? You said you're for the people. You said you work for the residents of Fulton County. You said you're all about truth and justice. You said you're all about transparency. Why? What are you hiding? It's just the same thing as these federal workers who are going on CNN and crying over 5 bullet points that Elon Musk sends them an email. What have you done last week? It literally can be vague, too. It doesn't even have to be specific. And they go on CNN and cry and whine. How dare he ask me to explain to the taxpayers what I'm doing with my time, getting paid, and what am I doing with my... it's insane. Okay. The matter is before the court on petitioner's motion to dismiss and or quash application to enforce witness subpoena and subpoena Deuces Tectum of Senate Special Committee on Investigation. In short, petitioner argues that the October 31st, 2024 application to enforce witness subpoena, that's Fani Willis, and subpoena Deuces Tectum filed by the Senate Special Committee on Investigations is moot and or void because on January 13th, 2025, a new General Assembly was sworn in, and the special committee then ceased to exist, quote, and therefore lacks the power to enforce its application or its subpoena. Oh, I think you doth profess too much. I think you doth, Fani Willis. For the reasons set forth below, this court disagrees. I love it. I love it. I love it. Good job, Shukram, or whatever your name is. I don't even know. It is this, and the motion is therefore denied. Oh, I love this. And can you imagine if you thought Fani Willis testifying in the initial disqualification hearing with Judge McAfee and Ashley Merchant questioning her and Steve Sadow, the pit bull, if she's forced, which she is now forced, to go testify in front of Bill Cousert, Mr. Tennessee Williams accent. I love you, Bill, if you're watching. Holy macadamia nut. It's going to make that first trial look like a walk in the park. As an initial matter, this court agrees with respondents that the authority cited does not stand for the proposition that the original subpoenas must be declared void because the General Assembly and Special Committee have reconstituted post-election. So essentially, they're saying, Fani Willis, nice try, ain't having it. And the cases cited by petitioner in her motion are critically distinguishable for the same reasons set forth in respondent's reply, which are incorporated by reference herein. Moreover, this court agrees that regardless of whether the subpoenas are void, the dispute at issue is capable of repetition, yet evading review. While the court is not unsympathetic to the petitioner's argument that these particular subpoenas were served at the end of the legislative term, thus reissuing them anew at the beginning of this new term would afford more time for respondents to realize compliance. This is all BS. The reality is that there are myriad ways to tie these disputes up in court. If every time a subpoena is issued by a special committee, a recipient can simply litigate its validity and enforcement until the General Assembly reconstitutes, and then they have to start over, this would be an absurd result indeed. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What a brilliant, okay, let me translate this. She's essentially saying what Fani Willis tried to do was play the game, play the politics, play semantics, and deny, delay, and then claim that, like, well, you know what? We didn't have enough time. There's a new General Assembly. Essentially, she tried to play cat and mouse, but she got caught, and she got caught with her tail in between her legs. Ooh, those hideous fatty legs. Okay, I love that. What an absurd result. Not least because this would mean that if the need for a subpoena did not arise well towards the beginning of a term, the General Assembly would be forced to defer issuing said subpoena until the beginning of the next term in order to maximize their window of opportunity to enforce it. This could and would result in lost evidence, fading memories, and general inefficiency. Thank you, Shakura. I love you, Shakura. Moreover, suppose the production of documents were ongoing during the transition from one term to the other. Would everyone simply have to start over? This is such a brilliant way of putting this. You know, if asking for documents, were ongoing during the transition from one term to the other, would everyone simply have to? This court cannot, in good conscience, facilitate such a result. As such, Fani Cash Money G, your motion is denied. So ordered, 25th of February, 2025. Shakura L. Ingram, Judge of the Superior Court of Fulton County. By the way, do you know who this? Can anybody tell me in the comments who Judge Ingram, what case she used to be on? Ding, 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 ding. Put it in the comments right now if you know. I'm going to get a copyright strike. Give up? Remember the YSL RICO case? Yes. Judge Shakura L. Ingram, Superior, you can see it down there, Superior Court of Fulton County. She was the judge who took over the case after Judge Suge Knight. God, I haven't said that in a long time. Judge Suge Knight Glanville. Wow, what an insane case. Everything that Fani Willis touches turns to absolute. It just does. I mean, you can't avoid the truth. And then she's like got replaced immediately by the latest judge who ended up finishing the case. I forget her name. It'll come to me later, but gosh, what an insane case that was. I can't wait to get your thoughts on this. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Do you think that finally, we're going to get to the bottom of all of her unbelievably egregious prosecutorial misconduct? Will the truth finally come out? And then check out this post by Senator Greg Dolezal. This is a senator on X. Watch this. He says, for months, Fani Willis fought our lawful subpoena to testify under oath to our investigations committee. Yesterday, so he posted this today. Yesterday, the judge again agreed with us and denied Willis's motion to quash our subpoena. No one is above the law. We'll see you soon, Madam DA. And he posted a picture of the same exact order that I just read with y'all. Holy Sacagawea. You know, I was saying earlier on our live stream, we went live and we were watching the first historic cabinet meeting between Trump and his cabinet, essentially. Elon Musk was saying this is the greatest group of people ever assembled to take on these tasks. I truly believe that President Trump is touched by providence. I believe that in the heart of my soul. All praises to God. Thank you, God. It just feels like a dream because I've said it once. I've said it a million times. Throughout my lifetime, let me know in the comments what you think too. Throughout my lifetime, I've won some elections and I've lost some elections. My person won, my person lost. You know, life moved on fairly, normal and logically and reasonably. This past election there was no defining it. There was no precedent. There was no way of bringing levity to the gravity of this situation. Because, I want to share a real quick clip of, this is from CBS, by the way, visiting the border that further supplants what I'm talking about. We have a 95% reduction in illegal border crossings. We have an end to the Ukraine and Russia war days away. President Trump just said today that we're signing a new mineral deal. We've got men are not allowed in our bathrooms anymore for our daughters, our wives, our sisters, our grandmothers. They're not allowed in our daughters' sports anymore. They can't beat up women on live TV at the Olympics and get a medal for it anymore, thanks to our president, and a million myriad innumerable other things that he's done in just the first 4 months. There's never been an election as consequential as this. And had Kamala won, not only would Trump probably be in prison right now, but our country would be literally in the toilet. There's no histrionics. I'm not being hyperbolic, literally in the toilet. Thank God. And thank God for you doing the right thing at the ballot box. Check out this amazing video. Again, not from Fox, not from any, Breitbart or Right Wing, etc. This is from CBS. Watch this carefully.
It is quiet here at the U.S.-Mexico border, where illegal crossings are down by more than 90% from the same time last year. In fact, over the weekend, the Department of Homeland Security reported the lowest single-day tally in migrant crossings here in 15 years. And we have been riding with Border Patrol agents here in the El Paso sector of the border, which covers West Texas and New Mexico. And we have yet to see a single migrant. We have seen Border Patrol agents, Department of Defense personnel, including National Guard troops and vehicles and barriers, but no single migrants or asylum seekers yet. And officials here tell us that the reason behind this dramatic drop in illegal immigration is the new administration's tougher immigration policies. They credit the Trump administration's immigration crackdown for this dramatic drop in illegal immigration here. Those policies include a new measure that allows agents to quickly expel migrants back to Mexico without any sort of asylum processing, which has been a right for migrants under U.S. law. That is currently suspended, and many migrants are now being summarily expelled back to Mexico without any chance to request asylum. And amid this drop, the administration is now also considering reinstating a policy known as Title 42 that would allow officials to cite public health concerns to also expel migrants back to Mexico or to their home countries.
My fellow Americans, we're winning. We're winning so amazingly fast, amazingly big, in such a huge, absolutely huge way. And it's just going to keep on coming and coming. This has only been 1 month. Can you imagine what 6 months, a year, 2 years? Holy macadamia nut. If you love America, tap that thumbs up. For the love of God, the truth is coming out. Our country is back. We're going to get our America back. Prosperity soon come for everybody. And our grandkids are smiling at us right now from the future. We did it, America. Check out these videos coming up on the screen right here, just in case you missed it. Tap my face right there to subscribe and follow. It's absolutely free. Sign up for our free newsletter. That's in the pinned comment and description. And as always, may God bless you and may God bless America. I'll see you soon.